Hey crafties, I'm really excited about this video. It's the first one where I'm able to combine a craft with an actual true crime story. Earlier this afternoon, a friend and I were talking about the letter that Roberta Laundrie wrote Brian Laundrie, her son. And my friend was saying how horrible the letter looks and it's hard to read. And I said, well, I can throw that in Photoshop and fix it up. So I figured I would show you guys how to modify a photo in Photoshop. I do this myself a lot with old recipes, and I fix them up and then I engrave them on a cutting board. And because we cover true crime on this channel, we will transcribe what the letter says. Okay, so getting started, you pull your photo into Photoshop. I always like to start with Enhance first, and I like to sharpen, auto sharpen. See, you can tell that's just a little bit crisper. Now, it is hard to see on my computer, but this, I'm going to do a screenshot full screen so you can see. It almost looks like it's on a paper bag. It is a card, but it almost looks like it's on a paper bag. Then we are going to go to Enhance. We're going to select brightness and contrast. And we're just going to kind of adjust to where the eye makes us feel like things are looking a little better. See? Just even a little bit more like that. Moving the contrast around. Hitting OK. Then for my next step, I want to go back to Enhance again. And I always like to do Adjust Lighting. We're going to go to Brightness and Contrast. And we are going to do the same thing. We're going to just kind of play with it a little bit until it looks now the text looks a little more bold. And then I'm going to go back in again, and this time I'm going to select levels, where you have to be a little more gentle, moving around, and with every picture you do, it's going to just be a little different. And you're going to notice as I adjust this, the background is almost going to change. See how it's a little darker, and then it's going to get lighter, darker, and you just want to play with this until it looks the best for you. It's hard to do this with one hand, so stand by. Another step I like to do, convert to black and white, which is going to make it even easier to read. And then you can adjust the levels if you want to again. So here's our letter. I am going to take it full screen so you can read it a little better, but those are just some tips and tricks. This is before Photoshop, and let's take a look at after Photoshop. I know it's not perfect, but this was taken with a cell phone, so it's pretty good. And I know my crime junkies out there, you want to know what it says, so let's do a transcript for this. And if you're still watching, here are some samples, like I promised, of cutting boards I have made where I've taken recipes that have been damaged, stained, ripped. I do have an Instagram page where I do just crafting called Simply Southern Crafts.